Okay, brothers and sisters, time to get back to business. Now, peep this out. The blueprint. You may ask me what the blueprint is. I'm going to explain to you what the blueprint is and why I follow it. See, I follow the blueprint of the greats because those are the ones that I studied the most. The Marcus Garveys, the Malcolm X's, and the Martin Luther Kings. So I'm going to show you what the blueprint is. The blueprint is love, prosperity, understanding, and intellectual thinking. That is the blueprint that kept us together in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. What happened to us as a people is that we got away from that blueprint. We left that blueprint. And nowadays, you have what I call the blame game blueprint or the self-bashing blueprint. And a lot of people really is taking this new blueprint to heart. But what I'm telling you is this. I know what worked. I know us as a people. And I be telling a lot of people about this new blueprint that they're using. And don't get me wrong. Some of these brothers and some of these sisters be having some of the greatest ideas on the planet. I'm not by far saying that Tommy is dumb. I'm not by far saying that David Carroll is dumb. These are intellectual individuals. I don't take them lightly. And they have some good ideas, but they also have some bad ways of implying them. And see, that's why I stick to the blueprint, because I know it works. Remember the blueprint that Martin Luther King used. He used love, prosperity, intellectual thinking, spirituality. He used all those things to his advantage, and it worked. He went down as one of the greatest civil rights leaders of all time. Marcus Garvey also went down as one of the great fighters. Malcolm X most definitely went down as one of the most greatest intellectuals of our time in modern history. How did that happen? It happened because their blueprint was solid. Their blueprint was made up of one element, which made it potent: love. When they talked to their people, they talked in a tone of love. When they talked to their people, they talked to the tone of uplifting their minds and telling them that they can do it instead of spending time saying what you have done. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. These people can get 1 million views and they can talk until they get blue in the face. But I guarantee you, every day we wake up, the thugs will still be there. The so-called sluts will still be there. The so-called booty dancing music will still be there. The backward sub hip-hop culture will still be there. T.I. them will still be there. Lil Wayne them will still be talking about popping bottles. It will all still be there. Because these individuals that got this new blueprint of bashing think this is really going to work. They think they really have found something. But if you notice, they haven't found nothing, because nothing is changing. These brothers can talk until they turn blue in the face. And I'm not saying that they don't have great ideas. It's just the way they're implying them. And that's why I use the blueprint of the Martin Luther Kings, the Marcus Garveys, and the Malcolm X's, because it works. See, when you see something that have worked, you want to use that again. You say, I want to follow that blueprint because it worked. It's been proven to work because it kept us of sound mind. But the minute we got away from that message, if you believe that bashing each other, talking crazy to each other, and putting each other on blast is going to be the way, really think about that. Blasting each other, do you really think that's really going to work? Believe me, when I used to be in the street messing up, I used to get blasted all the time. My grandmother raised me, and she would blast me every day. My aunties would come and join in. They would blast me every day. Oh, this knucklehead ain't gonna never be nothing but a street thug. They bash me day in and day out. 24 hours a day. Didn't change me. I still woke up and did my thug thing. I still hit the trap. I still hit the street. I still hung with the homies. Nothing changed. And this is what I keep on trying to tell people. You can't bash a person into changing. It's impossible. We have to go back to the blueprint. And I understand some of these guys, which some of them are very smart, but they take these civil rights leaders and they hang their pictures upside down on their walls. Don't you know these are great men? Don't you know these are men that did things in history that you'll never be able to do? You sit there on YouTube as a dummy and talk against the great leaders and turn their pictures upside down behind you, knowing that you can never fit in their shoes and never put up their numbers? How many people did Martin Luther King change? How many people did Malcolm X change? He wasn't worried about YouTube numbers. He wasn't worried about views because views don't change people. Ideas change people. Theology changes people. And they change people, not numbers. They change actual people. They change lives. They change whole cultures with this great philosophy. That's why I said, I want to follow that blueprint. That's the blueprint that I want to follow. I want to love my people. I want to speak to them with sense. I want to uplift their spirits. I want to tell them that they can do anything. I want to tell them that we can love each other. I want to tell them that it is more than possible for black men and black women to get along with each other. It's more than possible. Matter of fact, we owe that to each other. That's why I talk the way I talk. Because I'm following a blueprint. One of the few that you will hear on YouTube following the true original blueprint. See, that's our problem, black people. We need to go back to our original blueprint. The blueprint that worked was always love. Our blueprint was never bashing each other. Our blueprint was never self-hate. Our blueprint was never calling out each other. Our blueprint was never putting our dirty laundry in the street. That was never our blueprint. It has never, ever, ever been a part of our blueprint. Anybody telling you that is pure retarded. Whew, yes, this video is telling you the truth. You know what our original blueprint was. It was the Martin Luther Kings, the Marcus Garveys, you know what I'm saying? The Malcolm X's. It was those great people that made it what it is today. That gave us the ability to have a good society. And now we saying, okay, we seeing that fall down now. We seeing the deterioration of the society that these great men built. You know why? Because we getting away from our message. Becoming self-hating Negroes will only damage us as a culture. Self-bashing will only do damage to us. That's like, you know what? Self-bashing is like setting fire to your own ship. Self-bashing is like driving up to your own building and shooting shells into it. Self-bashing doesn't make no sense. It kind of reminds me of a dog biting himself. It ain't gonna do nothing but make things worse. That's why we need to go back to the original blueprint of the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's, and the Marcus Garveys. They showed us the blueprint. Black people, don't forget the blueprint. What works? What you trying to do not gonna work. This 2014 new philosophy, this new age, we're going to do it this way? No, you're lost. Remember the greats. Remember their blueprint. Remember the blueprint. That is what worked. This new stuff is not going to work. It's not going to change no one. So what we need to do as a people is come back to the original blueprint. Come back to the Malcolm X's and let's study what he talked about. Let's study what Martin Luther King talked about. Let's study what Marcus Garvey talked about. And let's listen to their blueprint because it worked. They created a great collection of people. They did that with a beautiful blueprint. And that's the blueprint I'm using. I don't care who did what to who. I'm not going to bash my people, make them feel literal than what they are, because the media is doing a good job of that. I don't need to put gasoline on fire is what they say. I don't need to talk about what Limbaugh and Rush Limbaugh and them and Fox News has already told. I don't need to add on to their stuff. And you wonder why some of you guys' videos are popping up on the Ku Klux Klan's websites. Why? Because you're helping them out, brother. You're helping them out, sister. That's why some of your videos is being used as promotional videos on Ku Klux Klan's videos. I know. You know why? Because your blueprint is their blueprint. Your blueprint is not the Marcus Garveys, the Martin Luther Kings, and the Malcolm X's. Can I tell the truth today? Oh yeah, you gonna get it today. I'm back. So you tell me the truth. You tell me what worked. And what we need to do as a people, we need to get back to the original blueprint. The blueprint that made us the great people that we are today. The blueprint will sustain us and keep us going. So those with common sense come to the original blueprint. Because that it was been proven to work. And I guarantee you, if we come back to the original blueprint and do what the greats have done, everything will be okay. And then we can get our house in order. One love. One love. Peace be on to my brothers and sisters. Peace be on to all my brothers and sisters. True love, black love, is the number one love. One.